Let me just get everything arranged. I have to... Let's see. Now, I got Myst 3 working on the stream, or on OBS, but it is very, shall we say, not as well ported as Riven was, ironically. I need to unmute this. No, I need to do this and mute this. I'm going to see if that works, but you'll hear an echo probably. Yep. Heard an echo, but it works. Okay. So, yes, it's Myst 3 Exile. So problem number one, I can't. This is one of those games that just completely, flat out ignores Windows telling it what sound device to use. So I have Windows saying, you need to use this voice meter input so I can control the volume. And Myst 3 is like, nope, not going to do it. Which is odd because it's the same kind of emulator wrapper sort of thing that Riven used. So clearly it's a different version because it does not work. Also, I have to run it in a teeny tiny little window. If you can imagine, actually, you know, open up Paint and set it to 640 by 480, and that's as big as the window is that I'm playing this game in. It's stretched. I stretched it out on OBS because it has a better upscaler than whatever this thing is. Also, it grabbed my mouse. It wouldn't let me like mouse out of the window. I can't change resolution, so it locked itself to like the size of my screen, and it wasn't 1080p. It was just a mess. So I got it working, thankfully. I really wish. It's like so hit and miss, the display options that games give you. And like Exile itself, look. I mean, there's no settings here. It's graphics. When you go to the graphics options, it's like, turn the brightness up on your monitor. Like, okay, it's not Myst 3's fault. It's whatever they remastered it into. Not really a remaster. They just stuck it inside a sort of like DOS box virtual machine, and it's the virtual machine that's a piece of garbage. Anyway, thought about playing Star Trek Voyager Elite Force again, but I remembered I have it patched with the UI elements like full screen, not stretched, but that was giving quite a lot of graphics glitches, so I need to like repatch it with the stretched UI to widescreen, so haven't done that yet. I'll get to it eventually. Is that it? I think that's it. Checking my notes. That's it. So Myst 3, it came out in 2001. And it's the first Myst game that I played, I believe, after joining the Myst community at large. When did Real Myst come out? That might have been the first game. Real Myst for Nintendo Switch. Interesting. Getting distracted. No, not regular Myst, Real Myst. Come on. Okay, Real Myst came out November 15th, 2000. So that's the first Myst game that came out after I joined the Myst community at large. This game was not made by Cyan, It was made by Presto Studios. Here's their little logo down here. They closed their doors shortly after making this. So this website does not belong to them anymore. Ubisoft, of course, we all know them. This was the era when they were not nice as publishers. They kind of milked things, and Myst was one of those franchises that they milked, as we will witness moving forward in time. But Myst 3 wasn't too bad. It has sequelitis, and they have, like, I don't know, they have a lot of references and things that I feel like are forced just because, hey, look, we're Myst, remember this and that happened in Myst and Riven? But, you'll see what I mean. Maybe you like it. Maybe you don't. I'm firmly meh when it comes to Myst 3. I very much dislike Myst 4. I'll say that right now. But that's enough jibber jabber. Enough jibber jabber. Making sure the mouse works. Yep, the mouse works. New game. New game? Cancel. Or don't save. Do let me know if it's too loud, because the way I have sound set up, I can't tell.
I realized as our group linked back to Dunny that we should not restore the city as we had planned. The once magnificent buildings lay in ruin, a testament to the hatred that had consumed them.
No subtitles
Many
either.
people had fallen victim to that hate, to the prejudice and greed from which it sprang. Gazing out across the cavern, I decided to write another age. One that would help the Dunny survivors begin again, free from the tragedies of their past. So with my wife, Catherine, supporting me, I put aside that past to write a future. More than a year has gone by since I finished writing Relishon. I have a new daughter, who I hope will someday link to that age with me. And as I imagine Yisha meeting the Dunny, those brave men and women who are building a new life for themselves, I realize I've been given another chance as well. A chance to learn from my mistakes and leave the past behind me once and for all.
Yeah, his voice was a bit quiet, but now the music is really loud, so... And I can't change that, so... sorry. So, this is a departure from Myst and Riven, which is...
Breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh. Yes.
We call it Tamana. We moved here after Atreus finished writing Relishon. He wanted us to have a new home too. I'm so glad to see you. I told Atreus our paths would cross again. He was just going to grab something for your trip to Relishon, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Unless he decides to check over the whole house first, which means he could be hours resetting all his padlocks.
Padlocks.
But I know he was looking forward to introducing you to the Dunny, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Why don't you wait in his study?
That is a recast Catherine. That's Catherine. Yes. So you are supposed to be the Stranger is the like fan name that the character is given. The same character that you play in Myst and Riven. Zero explanation on how you like survived the fissure, but evidently you ended up where the Myst book ended up, which is where you lived to begin with, which is where the Myst book still is, so you could still get back. Yeah. So, yeah, we survived the bottomless pit of stars and space that apparently wasn't a solid vacuum, and we didn't explode. Or anything like that. So, yeah. Also, I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted, This is a departure from Myst and Riven. Myst and Riven are just like static images, slideshow that you click, click, click. This is still click, 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 but it's a 360-degree panorama somehow. So this is like on the cusp of games becoming like fully real-time 3D rendered, especially games like with this much detail. So when this came out, nobody understood the concept of the field of vision, you know, FOV angle and all that. So when I played this on my 4x3 monitor and it was really giant, I guess the FOV was really narrow and it made me like motion sick like nobody's business. So I'm hoping that won't happen here, but it might. And about the only, like, useless trivia that I can give you.
I'm sorry, the other door.
The other door. This is, not the same Catherine in Riven.
You know,
What? She's not going to say whatever she was going to say, huh? Fine. She is lovingly referred to as the Padlock Catherine. Because you know how fandoms like to grab onto like weird things and blow out of proportion. At the time when she says padlocks, everybody was just like, what is that inflection on padlocks? Oh, I don't have a book yet. Okay. Oh, by the way, look. It's an Easter egg callback. Yes. A broken book. A book with a fuzzy gateway image. With the Dunny numeral 5 on the front. Yep. This is the Riven book. It's dead. It's busted. Nothing to do there. We have photos of Cirrus and Akinar. I can kind of see the resemblance. Artist's rendition, evidently. Oh, that is Catherine, and this is Yisha, their new daughter. She will become quite a character in Myst Online. Unfortunately. I mean, let's read this. Taman. I'm going to read off my OBS screen here because it's zoomed in. Thank you for responding so quickly to my request for Nara padlocks. As you know, security in Tamana has become an important issue of late. Perhaps I'm overreacting, as Catherine suggests, but the idea that someone may have been sneaking into my study, reading all of my journals, disturbs me. After what happened to my library on Myst, after my own sons, Cirrus and Akinar, destroyed so many of my books, I've come to realize how delicate the link is to my worlds. I've never been able to repair those burned books, to link to each age and find out if the inhabitants survived. The padlocks won't change that situation, but they should ease my fear of trespassers considerably. Sincerely, Atris. Now, Taman is a callback, I believe, to one of the novels, the Book of Dunny? So there's the Book of Tiana, if you look it up, and that is like a prequel to the whole series. And then there's the Book of Atris, which is kind of the prequel to Myst. And then there's the Book of Dunny, which is kind of a side story after Riven. Which is just, it's not really like, describes any of the games. It's just kind of like a side story. I need to turn my phone upside down so the notifications don't bother me. And Nara is like a manufactured stone that the Dunny would make things out of, like it was a building material. Very tough stuff, so to make a Nara padlock is pretty pretty hardcore. Is this a tapestry? Is this supposed to be Atris leading a group of people to the ruined city? If so, that's pretty why would you have a tapestry of yourself? Unless it was a gift. I don't know what this is. Just people on a boat, meeting people on a bigger boat. Trying to get the mouse sensitivity so I'm not like swinging around so much. And this is a new book, release on. Dunny script, if you care to read it. I don't care to read it this time, this early, so maybe I'll look it up later if
Well, my
someone's
friend,
curious.
I see you found the Relishon book. Catherine tells me you've been here for some time. I'm sorry if I've kept you waiting.
Sup?
Since we'll be gone a few days, I needed to secure some of my things. And I also wanted to bring you this. It's a journal I kept while I was writing Relishon. I thought you might find it interesting to read about what I'd hoped to achieve, compared to what the age truly is. Well, just let me get my keys to unlock Relishon, and we'll be off. Oh, and I'm interested in hearing what you've been up to in recent months.
Well,
No! No!
well,
Relishon!
it's gone. Sorry, Atris, old buddy, old pal. I don't think I'm allowed to, like, leave the book. So in case that was a fuzzy introduction, that character is played by none other than Grima Wormtongue. I mean, Brad Dourif. And yes, he is once again typecast as a character that he plays. So he ran off this way. I keep putting my fingers on WASD to like move around. That's not... it's not... It's a mouse game. It's not a keyboard game. Dun dun dun. So there's a lot more live action in this game than any other, which is kind of cool. And here ends everything that I remember. I don't remember how to get in there. I don't remember how to go to other ages. So it's going to be like... it's going to be fun. It'll be an adventure, like the good old days. Oh, I remember this. There's a small chance that I will remember things as time goes on. Yes. Shine the light. Well, that's broken. So they'll shine the light over in this direction to... Wait a second. Up here. Yes? Yes. Yeah, it's kind of a focused death laser. Well, it makes a swoosh noise when I'm clicking on something that doesn't have an interaction. Interesting. Oh, by the way, I'm going to try to avoid using paper because I'm going to use my tablet. Look, it's even called Myst 3 Notes up in the corner. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Myst 3 Notes. Nope, it's not going to focus. Okay, fine. My drawing tablet. Or rather, my Surface. There's nothing for notes yet. I feel like this is not laser lighting in the right direction. I'm already starting to get... I can feel my eyes fatiguing. Let's go down this way. Ah. Stairs. Door? Locked door. What is... I have to shine a light in here. Whistling rock. I don't remember text ever showing up. Is there like closed captioning turned on? Text and subtitles. How odd. I don't remember that at all. Ah, a journal. I forgot we have a journal. We need to read the journal in case there's something. Okay. 93-525. I always feared this day would come. 4 years, Catherine and I have dreamed of restoring Dunny. We have dedicated our lives to the task, taking it upon ourselves to locate the citizens of Dunny and convince them to return to their ruined city and rebuild. Our dream has become the dream of so many now, and the progress we have made toward achieving it is something of which we can all stand proud. Oh, our dream has become the dream of so many. Thought it meant the dream has become like so many dreams. Anyway, but I know now that it has been a mistake. The city of Dunny should not be restored. It should stand forever in ruins as both a symbol of our past mistakes and a memorial to all who lost their lives when Dunny fell. The devastating events of recent months, the war on Tyranny, the death of Uta, in particular. Okay, so the war on Tyranny is a reference to, again, one of the novels, the Book of Dunny, which I guess it's not really a spoiler because, I mean, unless you want to read the book, but apparently the Dunny came from a previous world, and that world had a disagreement, like a deep philosophical disagreement as to whether the books they write are actually creating new worlds out of nothing, or they're just linking to worlds that already exist and they're just caretakers. So one group thought they were creators and thus gods of the worlds. Sound familiar? And then the Dunny are the ones who are like, no, we're not gods of these worlds. We're just caretakers. We're just visitors. They had a war, and the Dunny left, and they founded the city underground, which is also now in ruins. Now, the other side of the story is the other group. So Dunny left, and then also and the other group left the old world, and they went to the place called Tyranny. So what happened in the Book of Dunny is they found a link to Tyranny, and then they basically, made a terrible first contact mission like Federation, and they accidentally started another war on Tyranny because they were also in the middle of a disagreement over our worlds to be like lorded over, or our worlds to be, the people on the worlds you find are just normal people. So the Dunny are bookish Draenei? Maybe. What do you mean? Like how part of the Draenei were like, yeah, totally, we'll totally join the Burning Legion. And the other half are like, no. Sort of. There's a lot more to that Dunny Tyranny story that I would go into, but it doesn't really impact anything about any of the games. Plus, most of that was just tossed out the door into the garbage with Myst Online and all the games after that. So I am still not pleased about that decision because I liked the books. The books made a little more sense than what we got in Myst Online. But hey, that's just me. A lot of people really liked Myst Online, so yep. Anyhow, the devastating events of recent months have driven this truth home to me quite forcefully. If we rebuild the city walls today, are we not giving approval to the very illness that destroyed our civilization in the first place? Are we not setting ourselves up to repeat that pattern again in future generations? I have put much thought into this tonight and have found only one solution. If we, the men and women who survived the downfall of Dunny, are to thrive, then we must break the pattern of hatred which has destroyed so many lives. We must begin our civilization anew. And we can only do that if I write us a new age. I have spoken with Catherine about this, and she agrees. I only hope the others will see it as well. I don't know if I agree with that. The book of Tiana was a bit like... I didn't get the impression that these were the reasons why Dunny fell, but I guess that's up to interpretation, and he interpreted it differently. 93-526. Will these people never cease to amaze me? I thought they would object to my decision. After all, most of them linked back to Dunny specifically to see the city rebuilt. But when I told them why we should not restore it, their response was immediate and unanimous. Whereas yesterday they thought only of rebuilding, today they concentrate solely on salvage. They intend to take from their ruined city only that which is best and move on. Everywhere I look, the enthusiasm for this new task is obvious. It heartens me. Heartens me? It heartens me, even as I face my own monumental contribution. I have written many ages in my lifetime, from my first timid attempts under the tyrannical tutelage of my father to my most recent accomplishment, Averone. Averon? Averone. I'm going to go with Averone, which we never see, so, oh well. Never before has so much been riding on my skill. The age I am about to write must be all I ever imagined and more. How am I going to achieve it? 93-6-1. Catherine laughed this morning when she saw me drudging out my old notebooks. I must have made quite the picture, sitting near the embers of a fire, surrounded by countless commentaries and journals. Some of them seemed more dust than paper. but the hours I spent sifting through them was worth it. Ideas for what this new age might be are tumbling around in my head. There are almost too many to catch hold of. Obviously, I must choose some starting point as my anchor. Writing ages is a science, a precisely structured equation of words. Every equation needs as its foundation an underlying concept around which the age can develop. In the past, I have written my books around whatever idea intrigued me most at the time. I wanted to discover how the age to which the book linked would manifest the results of that idea. Sometimes civilizations had arisen, sometimes they had not. But whether a society had come to exist on the age or not, it was often in response to whatever concept the book I had written embodied. This time, my search for a concept must be weighed very carefully. Oh, he's getting into linking theory. Back in the day, that was like flame war material. I already have the civilization I wish to see develop. I know our history as a people and the paths we have followed to arrive here. Today, I must write a book which will link to an age that will allow us to continue on our way, growing ever stronger as one people. What underlying concept must this new age reflect that will best allow our civilization to thrive? I fear I must think on this some more. 9365. It has taken me some time, but I may have found my anchor. It came to me as I was considering what I know about the survivors of Dunny. We have seen so much tragedy in our lives, from the destruction of the city to the suffering and loss of loved ones due to plague and deprivation. Yet, in the midst of these adversities, my kinsman and I have found the strength to keep going. We have tapped into our individual strengths and transformed ourselves into something much stronger. It is a characteristic I have seen in several of my ages whenever I focused my writing on the inherent energy sources in a world. Huh? Like nuclear energy? What do you mean energy? Oh, there's a bold line here. Think I need to write it down. It is characteristic, blah, blah, blah. Long ago, grandmother taught me that no life, no possibility for life in an age, exists without the presence of energy. By tapping into its latent energy sources, an age moves out of stasis. It grows, transforms, and develops. Energy is the underlying fuel that powers all activity. To put it more simply, energy powers future motion. And my brain, having seared most of the Myst information into my brain for eternity, remembers, energy powers future motion is a key later. So I'm going to write it down. Energy powers future motion. Yet his grandmother also liked to remind me energy in an age takes on diverse forms. Each one has strengths and weaknesses of its own. How many forms will this new age contain? Which type will be its dominant theme? Tomorrow I will link back to Myst, and from there revisit several of my ages. Perhaps in my old worlds I will discover new ideas. 9366. I had almost forgotten how painful it is to revisit Myst. In the 10 years since my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, left me trapped on Kavir Island and burned so many of my books, Catherine and I have rarely linked back. All right, so this is 10 years after the events of Myst and Riven. And they, in, the area that Atris was like trapped in was a collapsed room in, the bottom of a big old mansion island called Kavir. So he was just like trapped in one of the rooms in the basement. I think Gin locked him there and he tried to break out and then caused a collapse, which is interesting. I told myself they were always too busy. I've lost my train of thought. He's talking about the books. In the 10 years since my son Circe Nakanar left me trapped on Kavir Island and burned so many of my books, Catherine and I have rarely linked back. I told myself we were always too busy. First with writing ages like Averone, or Averone, I don't know. And then with searching the ages of Dunny for survivors. I always said we would spend more time on Myst eventually. The truth is I've been avoiding the age. Seeing the island in its current condition ignites such anger and grief. I am immediately reminded of the betrayal of my sons, as well as the cruelty and greed with which they plundered my ages. I know I am partly responsible for these acts. I constantly wonder if there were something I could have done to reach out to the boys before. Enough! Nothing could change the tragedies of the past. Like my Dunny kinsman, I must salvage what is best and move on. Perhaps in this process I will find forgiveness and hope. 93-10-17. Once again, I am back on Myst Island, having completed a lengthy sojourn through several of my ages. The trip itself was not as inspiring as I hoped. The Selenitic age, which is how I pronounce it. I've heard people say Selenetic, but I'm going to call it Selenitic, and by golly, that's what I'm going to call it, because my stream. But has not always... Oh, the Selenitic age was especially disturbing, but has it not always been so? The very first time I linked to the age, its uninhabited landscape was shaking with tremors. At the time, I felt it was because the energy in the age was unfocused, as if it were at war with itself. Stability finally came, but even after that did, I never truly felt comfortable there. I missed the more natural balance of ages like Channelwood, which, I might add, did have people that Circe and Akanar slaughtered, I think. So, yeah. Perhaps that is the lesson to take home with me. The Dunny too have faced much turmoil in their history. Their lives have been unsettled enough. Perhaps I should be striving to offset the energy that already exists within our civilization by providing it with a more stabilized environment in which to grow. An environment which the natural equilibrium of the world serves as a counterpoint to the upheavals of civilization. Okay. There's not much more that I don't like than like weird, weird profound statements. I see a bold text down there. Nature encourages mutual dependence. Nature encourages mutual dependence. That is another key to a puzzle quite later. The more I consider it, the more I wonder if I should make nature the foundation of this new age. Worlds like Channelwood attain equilibrium quite easily, primarily because of one reason: nature encourages mutual dependence. As one life withers and dies, it provides nourishment so that another might live. Oh boy. Plants. That's plants, not rants. Plants become the food for other animals, and the waste products animals cannot absorb become nutrients to sustain other plants. So long as nothing intrudes to upset this balance, nature can maintain itself indefinitely. Cue Lion King, I suppose. An interesting metaphor to set as an example for my people. Ooh, I don't know if they're your people, Atris. Anyway, I think I will confer with Catherine on this subject. Her ages always exhibit symbiosis more dramatically than mine. Perhaps she should help me write this new age. 93-10-24. I am so tired I can barely think right now, but I will force myself to stay focused, for I have not written anything in days. The moment I linked back to Dunny, I was besieged with requests for my assistance. Master Taman wanted to consult over which stone cutters were worth salvaging, and did I think the rock in this new age would be difficult to sound. Oma and Ezel needed my opinion about a new history they had uncovered. Should they hold off on starting its translation, or would paper supplies be scarce in the new age? There were so many questions needing answers, I barely had time to see Catherine. She, of course, laughed at my dilemma, saying that I had no one to blame but myself. After all, I was the one who encouraged the Dunny to start over. Naturally, they would look to me to keep them moving in the right direction, unless some other forces stepped in to change that view. Her words made me realize a fundamental principle I had thus far been ignoring. All this time, I have been debating whether to make energy or nature the underlying framework for this age, but there is another equation to consider. An age based solely on the future motion of energy will face constant upheavals, most likely at the cost of tranquility, and an age based solely on the mutual dependence of nature can become so balanced over time it may cease to tolerate change. Yet, to continue to grow as a people, Dunny civilization needs both occasional upheaval followed by periods of balanced stability. I have seen such situations occur naturally on several of my ages. Each time it was because I centered the writing around some dynamic force that I had decided to make prevalent in the age. Such forces allow the balance between future. Such forces allow. All of a sudden, I can't read anymore. Such forces allow the balance between forward motion and mutual dependence to fluctuate. As one concept takes precedence, the other recedes until another force resurfaces to change things. As Catherine' insightful comment reminded me, dynamic forces spur change. That is bold. I need to write that down. Dynamic forces spur change. I am too tired to think more on this tonight. Hopefully in the morning my thoughts will coalesce. Oh, good. There's only 2 pages left. Whew, I was like, man, Atris, you are one wordy person. 93-10-25. Catherine surprised me today. Apparently, while I was off visiting my Aegis, she linked to Myst by herself. She did not say so, but I could tell that her visit had been painful. More than ever now, I am convinced we must find a place to begin again ourselves. Perhaps when I have written this new age for the Dunny, I will put some thought into where Catherine and I might live. 93-10-28. I cannot believe I did not see it before. All this time I had been struggling to describe the perfect age for the Dunny. I have considered and then rejected several underlying concepts which I felt might best set the course for their future, as if I alone should determine how Dunny civilization will grow. In my own way, I have become as egotistical as my father. In truth, I owe this realization to Catherine. Sensing my indecision about the new age, she led me on a walk around Dunny. Oh, a walkabout. Aw. That didn't end well for the last guy I know who went on a walkabout. Oof. He crashed on an island. Salvaging efforts were well underway, with teams of people scouring the ruined harbor district. As I watched my Dunny kinsmen deciding which parts of their culture to retain, I realized they do not need me to determine their future. They are quite capable of setting its course by themselves, regardless of what age I write. I understand that reference. Good. I'm glad someone does. This realization has opened my eyes to the best way of approaching my task. I no longer need to worry about which underlying concept, energy, nature, or dynamic forces I should make prevalent in the age. Rather, I must strive to include them all. I must write a balance of systems into the descriptive book enough so that the Dunny people will constantly be challenged to attain their ultimate potential. As grandmother often pointed out to me when we spoke about ages back on Myst, balanced systems stimulate civilizations. And that's the last one. Balanced systems stimulate civilizations. At last, I feel I am ready to begin writing this age. Indeed, I am eager to begin, and have already come up with a perfect name. I know grandmother would have loved it. Of course, Catherine could tell the moment I turned to her that I had finally found my starting point. I babbled on excitedly for some time before I noticed the smile she was hiding. When I saw it enough to grow suspicious, she handed me one of my oldest age books. She must have picked it up when she linked back to Myst. Seeing the name Jananin emblazoned on the book cover, I could only shake my head. The one age I never got around to revisiting was the one that might have helped me the most. How foolish was I to have completely forgotten it. I think after I have finished this work, I should take one final trip, if only to help restore an old fool's memories. Into the book. Whistling rock. I don't know when you find it out, but this is that age, by the way. This is Jananin. Or Jananin, however you want to pronounce it. Coincidentally. Plant. Lever. Huh? I don't remember this happening. I'm just pushing buttons because that's what you do in Myst. Oh, I do remember this. There's something in there. Oh! I guess the closed captions that I don't remember at all tells us that's a squee. It's kind of a... Okay, so the squee chirps and the flowers open. And there's flowers up there. Chirp, chirp. Oh, right. I do remember this puzzle suddenly. It's like a sound focusing, you know, like those big whisper dishes in museums, pointed at the squee, and the plants are like, oh. Which is kind of odd if you think about it. They respond to squee chirps, but in the opposite way. Normally, things would like react to things eating them negatively, if you think about it. But they're like, oh, let me just, let you eat. That's true. Maybe the squees are like bees. Maybe that's how they get pollinated. Okay, that's a good call. Oh no. All right, well, we can't do this. I'm going to do something that might break the stream, but I'm going to make Myst 3 big for me so I can like see what's going on because it's starting to get painful. So I guess hold on to your butts. Yeah, my layout kind of broke. One moment. Transform, edit, transform. Okay. So that's a little better. Oh, nope, it's not better at all. Now look, it's chopping off the... It worked a second ago. Why isn't it working now? Ugh. Ugh. No. Ugh. All right, well, going back to the way it was. And now it's like really, really big and 640 by 480. Nope. There we go. All right, I guess I'm playing in a teeny tiny window and I'll fix it later. There's a light emitter. So my suspicion was the blue one across the way was aiming at this one. No. No, it's not. Okay. Shall we go back? Okay, so the white one is pointing the right way. It's pointing to this one. Maybe I should actually write down. Wake up, surface. Wake up, surface. You can do it. The light is hitting the yellow first. Yellow. And then, see, it's colored yellow up here. And then it fires all the way over here to the blue one. Boop. And the blue one is aimed off. I thought it's aimed to the red one, but maybe it isn't. Oh. You can look at where it's aiming. Well, isn't that fancy pants? Aha! That makes this a whole lot easier. The blue one goes all the way across the way to the green. All the way over here to the green. Nope, this is yellow again. What? Alright. Go back to the squee. Oh, we were not up here. Hmm. Okay, well, I guess this is... Ah! The sunlight! Nope, we need to look into the beam that the light's coming through. And it goes off to the red one. Boop, boop. Just red. All right. This is the one it's looking at. Now it needs to go over to the yellow. Nope. It's going off into space. That's going to yellow. And it's going to yellow. Oh. Yellow again. Maybe one is orange. Actually, that is a good point. I have flux is turned on and it's turned my screen a little bit red, so I'm going to disable that. Disable until sunrise. Whoops. So now it's pointing to purple, and yellow points to purple. And purple points to the end of the line, I hope. It's out into space. Red. Purple. And red. Go back around, climb the thingy, come to the red, and what? Where does beam of light go? Out into space again. Ooh. Now it's shooting at the rainbow. How did we get over there again? Was it this way? I think part of the reason this game makes me motion sick is that you can unlock it, but as soon as you move, it locks again. So you have to, you know, look around. So if I click down, then I have to move. I have to move the camera. Have to move the camera. And I think it's all of that movement that makes me sick. They actually had a poll. The people who made this game did not make Myst 4. But when they were making Myst 4, at that point, Real Myst was out and Myst 3 was out. So they had a poll for the fandom. It's like, do you like how real time works, or do you like how 360 panorama works? And I answered the poll and said, I don't like 360 panorama because it makes me motion sick. And this was before we knew it was FOV that caused the, sickness in games. Like, even if you play a game today on low FOV, it'll make you sick. And one of the developers actually mailed me back and was like, can you explain how real-time doesn't make you sick, but panorama does make you sick? Like, they couldn't fathom that someone gets motion sick playing a game. And I'm like, I don't know. It just does. All right, that's why I prefer real time. You asked if what we preferred, and I said real time because it doesn't make me sick. They went with 360 panorama, so Myst 4 also makes me sick. So the order of light is yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, red. So yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, red. Well, wait a minute. This isn't the way inside either. That symbol looks mighty suspicious, like I need to know what that might be. So it's got a triangle here, and a triangle here, and a triangle here, and a circle in the middle. I don't remember what age is in here. So they kind of, if you think about it, they kind of like, well, if anybody hasn't played Myst 3 before, these are like, places of protection, like on Myst. So, yeah. They kind of took the concept of Myst and put it into Myst 3 also. Squee chirps. I think I need to go into this downstairs thing. Remember that cage I pulled down? Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, there's a book. Dun dun dun. No. I don't know how to back out of the screen. I don't want to do it again and again and again and again and again. Slowly back away from the... Okay. A book with a leaf. Okay. There's a couple things. Do I keep this book? Nice. Okay. We found another journal. I recall, see that symbol in the upper right of the page? I believe that is like another sort of numbering system, but I don't know how to crack it. So I'm just going to write it down. That is a Y with a stick. Who sticks? Okay. Ahem. I have done it. I have used his swirling linking book to follow him. I touched my palm to its glowing panel and felt the tingling begin. This was a sudden sickening lurch inside my stomach, then I fell into the page. This has happened before, I know it. It has happened the first time I came to this place, when I followed his murdering sons from Narayan. It happened when I used his hidden books, and it happened when I finally opened the machine, right before the fog first ate my mind. The fog didn't find me this time. When I opened my eyes, I was alone in a room. I was standing in the home of my betrayers. I couldn't move. I was afraid. I thought they'd know that I had come and would be waiting for me, just like they had waited inside this very tusk. I was afraid they would tie me up again, that the poison snakes would strike. But the silence was unbroken. The whole house was still, and without really knowing what I did, I started to search every room. Every floor, every cabinet. I found his journals. Atrus's never-ending journals. I found the book that brought me back to this world. The lesson world he calls Jananin. Okay, I'm going to pause here for a second because Automod grabbed that. You said, I'm not crazy, you're crazy. I have Automod set up, and I don't know how it works because Twitch doesn't say how it works. And it decided that I'm not crazy, you're crazy was a hostility. Blocked for hostility. What? Okay, so clearly I'm going to turn moderation settings down a bit. All kinds of things are happening. So I'm going to do that later, and I'll just keep an eye on it. So if the message doesn't get through, it's not because I purposely banned you. I have auto mod set up because I'm just a one-man show right now. Still, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Oh, Tamra. Oh, wait. I found the book that brought me back to this world, the lesson world he calls Jananin. So there we go. That's how we know that this world that we're in right now is Jananin. Oh, Tamra, my love, how long have I been trapped here? How much of my life has been eaten by the fog? The face I see in the lagoon isn't one I remember ever wearing. It's so much older, so much more savage, but it is me. It is Savidro. Savidro. And I remember what they did, how they led my people to death. All right, so there's another number, sort of. I have returned several times now to Tamana. I am searching for some sign of his sons. I was certain they would run back to their father, but so much time has passed. So many years in which to forget about my people. Is that what happened, Atrus? Safe in your beautiful new home, enjoying life with your dear wife and family. Did you become so busy envisioning new worlds that you already forgot the ones you'd already created? I must be very careful. I must not let them know that I am free. I will read what journals I can find to figure out where his two sons are hiding, and when I found the sons again, when I've got the whole family together, I'll bring them down. Atrus and his family will suffer, the same way I have suffered for years. So I'm getting the distinct impression that the person who wrote this is a little, my surface has not aged well. I'm trying to, like, doodle these things, and it's just, like, not having it half the time. Yeah, he's a bit angry. Okay, there is still sound. I'm like, there's no music? There's no sound? Cirrus and Akanar are not in Tomana. Every day I become more and more convinced Atrus' sons are not there. What happened, Atrus? Did you grow tired of them the way you grew tired of Narayan? Did you abandon them the way you abandoned my people behind your shield? It does not matter. I can still take revenge against their father. Now that I am no longer stuck on Jananin, I can avenge all the dead in my world. I have already reopened his other books. I have begun making changes in those worlds, using his own lessons against them. Him. Against him. Not them. Him. There is still much more work to be done, but eventually I will lure him into the tusk. I will find some way to make him follow me here from Tamana. For now, I will concentrate on the Orbiter. It is not a natural part of this world. The material that creates it is like nothing I've ever seen. It reminds me just a little of the shield. And if it is the same material, it can't be damaged. But perhaps I can damage the other devices. So the book is in my inventory, and I feel like I have to refer back to these doodles of his. Oh, there's another strange number. It's like tree branches with a hat on top. No, it cannot be true. Surely his journals deceive me. He says he's brought them back. He says he's given his dunny brethren new life, but how? How can one man have so much power? How can one man's writings reawaken a dead world? I don't know what this means. By all that is sacred, Tamara, what can it mean? It doesn't change a thing. I can still continue as I planned. I can still seek revenge for my people. I will make my enemies suffer. By the weaving? Tamara, this changes everything. A quick pause to doodle this new number. I don't know what they mean yet. I have found a way to reprogram his scanning device. It requires scavenging parts from another mechanism in the tusk, but I think the gears I leave can still be operated by hand. See, look. I know we need this. I know we need this image, which makes me think that we need these two. So keep that in mind. Look out for these. They're around here somewhere. And this. These are around here somewhere too. Ooh, another big old fat number. I think those are like page numbers or dates, but without a frame of reference. Watch him be like base 80 or something bizarre. It is finished. All is ready for Atrus's arrival. Tonight I will sleep among the ghosts. Then tomorrow I will link into Tomana. When I link out, I'll be carrying his book. May the spirits of my people serve to guide me in this. And no more pages. I'm going to save, actually. It's been a while. Just 001. There's somebody's face painted on the wall. Maybe in blood. Well, that's a strange time to start up the music. Fire marbles. No, I clearly want to look at the ball hanging over here, not the mortar and pestle. Bzzz. So the electric crank made rocks float in his test tube. Okay, so we put the plant tendril on the electricity, huh? Nom. Nom. Oh, he had a bench to sit on. Whoops. More things just to look at. These are fire marbles. They're pretty cool. Close the door. I know there's levers there, but I recall there being like a trick to this thing. Oh. Hello. Oh. Cutscene, because my mouse is gone. There he is.
Hey, Tris? Is that you? Come to rescue your book so soon? Not yet, old friend. Not yet.
What is going on in there? Okay, so he's just gonna be stalking around now. It's like, I had to break it to you, old pal. I am not, the door? Oh? Beep boop. I don't want to go back down. Oh, man. I remember something now. How... do I pull the lever and leave? Nope, the door closed. Alright, well, I'm already stuck, and I know it has something to do with this. And it has something to do with this. This is locked, obviously. And I think somehow I'm supposed to make the elevator go up without me so I can get down underneath. I also need to find a way to make the elevator rotate. Can I just pull it here? Oh, well, okay. Easy. That was easy. Bye. Give me my mouse back, please. Ah, looky what we've got here. 3 broken thingies. All right. So it needs to be these. See, like the screw bit needs to be pointing out for the back 2 and in for the front. So out. Nope. Flip it. Flip it. Spin it. Spin. All right, that one's done. This needs to be down. Down, down. And this needs to be turned right there. And this is... Oh, okay. Hello. Is this all the way? I think that's correct. Is that all correct? Up. Only one way to find out. I believe if I did this correctly, the elevator will turn. Clonk. Oh, yeah. You're trapped in here with me now. Hello, Savidro. He used a book in a mechanical flower. Oh, so that thing in the back just closed also. I think, can we send the elevator down? Oh. Oh. Goodbye. I want to unlock this door. Bonk. No, what? Okay. They'd rather make an animation to close the door than make multiple, I guess it's an airlock. Always close your outer door before opening your inner door. Life lessons. This is looking quite Bioshocky. Does this open? No. They do open, though. I know they do. So there's the egg. Yonder egg. Boop. Oh! I thought that would raise the egg. Red, green, and blue? Oh.
My sons, I promised to teach you the secrets of my ages. This world is the first step on your journey. Search the island, and you'll find 3 linking books. Each connects to an age in which you will...
Hello, Atris. Been a long time. Sorry I'm not there to greet you in person, but I just didn't think it would be wise, considering how long I've been stuck here. Trapped in these lesson ages by 2 very greedy little boys. Your sons, Atris, Cirrus, and Achenar. Of course, they're not so little anymore, not so innocent. I thought a lot about innocence these last few years and what happens when it gets lost. Worried about relation? I have it. Worried about friends, relatives, people you can't get back. I know just how you feel. But if you want to do something about it, you're gonna have to open this device. And there's just one problem. I've changed the 3 symbols that do that. So if you want to reclaim relation, you're gonna have to take your own class.
He's crazy.
Find the 3 symbols, Atris. And don't keep me waiting forever.
So, funny story. My first, I guess the first time I ever saw Brad Dourif was in this game. So every time I see him in like other movies and stuff, I'm like, hey, that's Savidro. Where for most people, it's going to be the other way around. So what now? Oh! Oh. It's because it's so small, I'm playing in a tiny window. I'm gonna have to look at OBS, see, look, there's like notches. And this is the combinations for those book towers that I was inside earlier that I didn't know anything about. So, I need to draw a big old circle with a plus and an X. And now I need to find where this bird goes. Oh. No. Uh-oh. Eh? I'm assuming it wants here? See, the problem is it's not going to be like super exact. And it needs to be. See, it's too, beep, 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 bird. 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 Ooh. Oof. Look. It's even like the circles are even between the lines, so they're not even necessarily going to line up with the lines. They can also be between the lines. So, this is bird. Bird. Draw a little birdie on my little thingy. And the circle needs to be here. Oh. There's also different rings. Like the outer circle is all the way up here. The next. So I'll just put a 1 here. 2. 3. And 4. I don't know if it'll show up. No, it won't. Nope, there it is. Good enough? Good enough. See, that's what I'm doodling. Hopefully that's enough for me to interpret it when I get back into the tusks. The tusks. Where is this? There it is. Nope, zoom in. Keep on zooming. Is that as far as it'll zoom? Yep. It's kind of a mean ask for the developers to be like, you need to focus this perfectly. And this was back in the days of CRTs, which were inherently blurry. All right, so this is, I believe, I remember the name of this age. This one's the Amateria one, right? The marble one? All right, circle. Do double quadrants. One looks like it is between these two again. One. Nope. Wrong. One is the one up at the top. That one's farther out. Eat. Eat. Erase? Thank you. Stupid surface. 3 looks like it's down here. And 4 is the one on the left. 4. And the other age. Bum 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 bum. Am I wrong? I know one is a nature age, one is an electric age, and one is a physics? Where does this go? Oh, never mind. Found it. Bzz, burp, beep, boop. Meh. Nah. Okay, okay. I think that's it. So this is like, I don't know what symbol that is. Looks like an ant carrying a leaf. It's also the rainbow one. Rainbow. Another circle. Quadrant the thing out. And 1 looks like down here. Lower left. 2 looks like it's left. 3 looks like it's straight down. And 4 is right here. All right. Perfect. Now we just hope I transcribed it correctly. I frizzed my hair. Oh yeah, always gotta close your inner door before you open your outer door. I don't remember which one's which. And I think this... Wait, where did I go? This way. Nope. I've gone way off into the distance. I want to go here. I think this is the age that I want. I'm going to call this... This is the marble one. Oh. Well. Can I get over there? No. Ah. Sneaky ladder. Bonk. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Bonk. Okay. Okay. Got it. I think. Don't squish me. Broken. Oh. I remember what to do. This is like physics puzzle before Half-Life came out. Half-Life 2, that is. Whoops. Gotta roll this dude into there, and it'll plug the hole. Whoops. Come on. You can do it. Bonk. Ah, okay. So, I think... Yes, I recognize the music. I was correct. The 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Please work. Yay! I'll put a check mark right there. Oh, it's labeled. Materia. There was no getting closer to look at the panel. It was just link. Okay. We'll link then. The fabled pinball age. I think that's the answer that we're looking for. I really liked Amateria and Voltaic. I remember that much. And I remember hating the nature one. Hated it so much. I don't remember why. Okay, so that's the link back, but we don't need that. I remember getting lost. So I'm just kind of scoping the place. You know what? 1 second. I'm gonna shuffle things around a bit. Pardon me, don't mind me. Just alt-tabbing and I'm going to project. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. OBS has a thing where you could do projections of your screen. Come on. Don't break on me now. Don't break on me now. Okay. So I have to have Myst 3 in a little itty bitty window to have the right aspect ratio. So I'm just going to use my OBS screen to play. I can see now, everybody. Fire marbles. Oh, can I go down there? No? It's chained off? Oh. I was looking at the wrong steps. cannot... there's a left and a right. Always go left. Mordor, Gandalf. Well, I have no memory of this place. It seems to be broken. Oh. Seems to have an on switch. I forgot the UFO that drops marbles. And ouch. Alright, let's see. We have to Is that? I feel like that's not as easy. Can't be that easy. Nope. Nope. So can't be. Doesn't it want me to put the wheel like yeah. It's like there's not just 3 positions, there's multiple positions. I just don't know how to get it. There's something about the counterweight, isn't there? I think there's a counterweight system inside the building. For me, it's not so much learning the puzzles as it is like dredging up past memories. When I get to Myst 4, that'll be the game that I haven't played. It's so pretty. Oh, I remember now. There's something in his journal about things. It doesn't make any sense. It's just... He's like, here's a quarter of the top of the circle. But not that quarter of the top of the circle, this quarter of the top of the circle. So I think the clue here is the bits of stuff that he's smashed. I have no idea what I'm doing. So he's smashed, it looks like a steel one and a crystal one. Whoops. Surely you don't just brute force it, right? Let's do this one and this one. Oh, okay, I see. Oh. I have an idea. If we can climb up... Nope. We can't. I wanted to climb up to see the counterweight up in this... up here. Can we? Now that we know what we're looking for? Oh. Oh. So it's made of stone. So it's a stone marble. There is not enough pieces of stone marble. I'm going to assume here... Well, steel is going to be heavier. Is crystal heavier than stone? Wood is lighter than stone. Let's just do two metal. We'll go from there. This is going to be a lot of back and forth, isn't it? It's not going to be so much puzzle as it is now just finding the lock. All right. Marble. Ooh. So we can make the left side heavier. Obviously, it's just, you know, basic physics. Oh, this is a different... Oh, never mind. I was like, oh, it's a different cutscene. No. Ooh. So... There's nothing here. Well, I've put two, like, metal quarters. And it's still way too heavy on the left, right? It pulled up the right. I recall there actually being, like, multiple answers to this problem. So... I just wish... didn't have to sit through this each time. All right. So clearly we have to make it a wee bit lighter. And I know it's not going to be easy as one block. So the question is wood lighter than whatever this is? A what now? Balance it against It's also possible that I'm trying to do this too early. Bong. Oh, it's a reference. Ooh, okay, that's still too heavy. What if we put it in the middle? I will be the first to admit that I both get and don't get all kinds of, like, different... Ooh. I don't get a lot of references. My apologies. Alright, so it's still way too heavy for that rock. So the, what do you call that? What's the balancing point? I swear I know. I learned this in school. I just forgot the name. Yeah, that. The fulcrum. Alright, so still, I think the iron is just too heavy. Too heavy across the board. Let's pull that off and slap a chunk of wood on there. I like this age. It's quite peaceful. Whoops. My mouse jumped. Okay. Now it's not nearly light enough. I mean, heavy enough. You'd think somewhere it will be written down like... some, you know, numbers or something that you could use to actually do it logically instead of brute force. Ouch. All right. So which one do we think is lighter? Is the crystal lighter or is the wood lighter? Because whichever one is lighter, we might need 2 of those. What if... Now, what if... I can't tell if that's supposed to be wood. So it was still too heavy, right? Yeah, it was too heavy because it smashed on the posts going out. Let's try that. If this doesn't work, maybe I try going somewhere else. Bloop. One more. Instead of the crystal, we'll use wood. Let's establish which is heavier. Maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. Put one on, establish which one's heavier. This is probably not going to be heavy enough. if I had to guess. Part of me also just wants to, like, we're gonna brute force this, dude. We're not gonna let this puzzle beat us. Okay, that is not even close to being balanced. I'm gonna put another piece of wood on there, see what happens. We don't have 3 wood. I don't think 2 wood's gonna be enough, so I'm gonna do a wood and a metal. Could be the crystal is just way heavier than the metal? Please work. Please work. Bloop. Do we leave or keep on keeping on? It was closer, but still too heavy. Like, is there some secret that I'm missing? I'm just clicking. Move the fulcrum? The only thing that I remember, and maybe I'm completely wrong, is that the solution to this puzzle does not have the fulcrum in the middle. Blop. Okay, so that's just way heavier than the ball. Oh! This is clearly a wood block. I thought it was a stone block. It's a wood block. My whole frame of reference has just been ripped out from under me. Now I feel like I need to go over here and double check. You didn't, like, put a quarter rock on this, did you? What is that supposed to be? Is this different? This doesn't look different than the front. So we can't look at it from this far away. What is this? Maybe this will give a different angle. Okay. So it has a crystal quarter. Is there anything else? This elevator exists solely to give us this perspective. All right. So clearly this half is wood. My surface has locked me out of my notepad. All right. The rock. The counterweight. How do you draw? Looks like 3/4 wood with 1/4 crystal. It does from this side, but it has 8 pieces. So if I draw a cube, it's easier to draw a cube than it is a circle in 3D. And we'll just pretend that it's a circle. So it's like an 8-piece. It's one circle, but it's got 8 pieces. One of them is definitely crystal. And these 3 are definitely wood. Okay, so I'm writing that down, and I'm pretty sure it looked like it was wood from the front. Oh, paper? Oh. My attempt to produce a carnivorous hybrid have had limited success. I thought I was making greater progress, but the life that grows in the forest isn't like the plants on Narayan. It's much more tenacious, less susceptible to grafts. Perhaps if I try mixing in species from the swamp? No, it cannot be. Surely his journals deceive me. Now, wait a second. Is that's all the page it added? I'm like, great. Do I have to visit the other ages to get, like, hints for this age? No. No! I refuse! I'm not going to another age just to get help for this one. I will die on this hill. Or not. There's gotta be hints. Ugh. I'll look at that in a second, but I'm trying to see if there's like any hints in this. It looks like he was cutting crystals out of the wall here. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is our crazy person. This is Cirrus, because Akinar had the beard. And they're going insane, and they're causing they caused a civil war, and Mr. Savidro is in the middle trying to stop it. Surely this is not a dead end. Huh. I have climbed on the marble track. Oh, dear. Go this way? Well, it didn't melt me when I stepped inside. Oh. What? Great. Great. I have an idea of how much this would take to... I think I don't have enough information to start cataloging this. So, presumably, the crystal falls down eventually at some point, and it comes in here. So at first it goes straight, right? And it goes through this. Then it comes down here. It comes up through here. Then it goes through here. Oh. It looks like it'll go through here. So the marble goes through all of these and then on its merry way. And I think there's a clock. Somewhere else there's a clock, and you can time when the marble is going to go through these. And then the frequency shuts off. So at some point I have to get the clock. The clock information. I'm just like sightseeing now. Whoa, lens flare. Lens flare in a Myst game? Suddenly a ladder? Are we back where we started? No, surely not. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is back at the beginning. Somehow I don't think that's it. We can abandon the age. I don't want to do that. Okay, just trying to make sure that I'm not like... Hey, we had a split. And this goes all the way that way, where we came from. And this is back here. Back here at ye old counterweight. Old buddy, old pal. Do these still look like wood? Are we going to assume this is wood and not rock? So it's all wood. Except for a sliver, a tiny sliver of crystal. But what Saavedro has done is smash So see, we can do this. Right? But we don't have all the wood pieces. Two wood and two stone, if crystal is the heaviest. Let's try it. Let's try it. At this point, I'm up for anything. I will leave it in the middle. Ugh. I've been sitting too long. All right. We have on the right all wood with a crystal. We have on the left half wood and then quarter crystal and quarter. So that is heavier. So we can try this. That is way heavier. The pattern's in the pond. It's possible. I don't see anything like to look at in the water. So, all right. We know this was too heavy. By stone, do you mean this? Or the crystal? I think this is metal. Let's put a crystal on there. That? No. A non-crystal. This one. So it's 2 wood and a metal. Let's see. Up. Not gonna lie, I am tempted to turn on zip mode so we don't have to sit through all the moving around to just calculate this thing. Yes! And here we have a pattern of buttons. So what was that? That was 2 wood and a metal. Amateria. I need a section for Amateria now. Amateria. So 2 wood and 1 metal. I don't think we'll need that ever again, but I'm going to write it down and save it for the future. And now we have a shape. I'm sketching out. How many sides is that? 6? What's a 6-sided? Wow, my doodle is like really just... Okay. My doodle is really terrible. I'm going to erase it. So we've got a middle hexagon, then we've got a space, and then one in the middle, and then a space, and then one on the bottom. And then we have one hugging the center on both sides, and then one directly down from that to the left. I'm going to color them in because I can. All right. So, this puzzle is done. Oh, did you see the magical image or whatever? It lifted up the middle platform. So I think this is actually combination 2, not the first one that we were looking at. Number 2. So I put 2 question mark. Okay. Let's go plug it in anyway. Do, 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 boop, boop. Okay, there's book home. You. This one, this one, this one. This one, this one. Oh! Ta-da! Okay. So the number didn't even matter. Or if it did matter, I'll label it 1. All right. Oh. Okay. So there's 3 puzzles we have to solve. I found 2. Scratch that. Found 3. Well, looky here. Nope, it's just this is just 2. Oh, pages. Pages. The memories flood over me too fast. They race around inside my head, filling my soul with despair. And the more I think about how nothing can be done, how no one can be alive outside his shield, the faster the fog rushes in. I can lose myself in the fog. When it's thick enough, I can let go and be safe. I can start to forget, but I must not forget. I must remember every lie they told my people, how they manipulated us all to get what they wanted. They told me they had to come to fix my world. They asked me to arrange a meeting with the elders. The books they carried in with them showed other worlds, beautiful places where people didn't have to work so hard to survive. They told my people that Atreus had written these books, that he had written Orion, but that he'd made our world unstable. They said he wanted to make us slaves to the tree. They asked me, "Don't you remember, Savidro? Our father wrote this world to teach us, to show his sons what an age shouldn't be." I don't know what to say. I don't know how it could be true, but why would they lie? Why would Atreus have lied? Why the worlds they showed us in those books? Blank. think that was, he's just bleh. The elders refuse to believe them. They say we cannot abandon the tree. For thousands of years, we have tended the lattice roots. Without our traditions, we will die. I don't want us to die. I don't. But Cirrus and Akinar said they would come back, Savidro, just like Atris once said to you as well. But he said we could come back? But then he didn't. Oh, he said he would come back, but then he didn't. He didn't, and for that you have to make him pay. Oh, there's a lever. I totally missed the lever here. In here? Oh. This is not the same puzzle. Huh. Oh? Pegs? It's Battleship. Let's see what happens before touching anything. The UFO floats, poops out a marble, blop, and it immediately explodes, I think. Eh? I put a peg in. I think the peg makes the marble kick out of the thing that it's in. Didn't. It did diddly squat. Oh! Okay, I put it in the wrong slot. This one. So, okay. So this spins clockwise. It goes here. And then it kicks up and down here. The problem is we don't know which way this rotates. So let's just see what happens. Shall we? Drop the marble. And yep. Pew. It goes clockwise. All right. So this one goes counterclockwise. And the other one goes clockwise. So they turn. They go this way. So I will. All right. Once again, there's a matrix kind of thing. So I put the peg here. The idea is to get the marble to the end of the I can't see where this goes. So presumably the marble drops out of this guy, rolls down here, and it looks like it pops out here. Wait. No. Wait. Whatever happens, it comes out of here. It rolls down. It ends up in this one. And then it rotates once, kicks up, and then it needs to rotate once, kick up. And then I think rotate once and then kick up. Then it lands in here. And then it needs to like land in here and roll out. So it just needs to get through this thing. Bonk. So it rotates this way, kicks it up. And then rotates this way and kicks it up. And then this? I will attempt this. Bloop. And then one. Bloop. Oh. I forgot. Once it rotates, those platforms rotate. So it goes here. And then the whole thing rotates once. Meaning this goes up here. So when it lands here, it needs to go twice. Click, click. And then it kicks up into here. And then it needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to kick out and go through. But I don't know if that's going to work. Bonk. And then this one needs to go 1, 2. So 1, 2. And then this needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. See, this is wrong. This has to be, this can't be right. No, don't do that. Whatever. Let's just do that. See what happens. One. No. So how do we get it to land here? So see, Savidro has pegged this one so it will always skip the easy way, of course. I'm not seeing it. I don't think it should be this hard, but... right, so we know it has to land in this one. It looks like it'll always, like, end when the empty spot makes a full revolution, and then it disintegrates the marble. So it needs to, the ball lands here. We can't control that. We know sending it here, and then if we send it up to this one, it will land in the water. So we can't do that. Rewind it. So if we send it twice, it'll kick up here and land in this circle, which has rotated over once. And at this point, this has rotated twice. So this is going to be an empty bucket. So we can't, like, rotate it here and kick it up this way. What if we kick it up here? So it rotates once. Does this. And then this has to go all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't work either. I was going to say, what if we made it kick back up the same way it came and then rotate once and then poof? Nope. Oh my gosh. What am I missing? I don't think it should be this hard. Can I go down and investigate this thing? No? It's not going to let me go out there and see what's going on? Okay, rotate once. Woo. Rotate again. Pew, and that, it can't do that. I'm just going to put a peg in the last one and see what happens. All right? All right. Let's just see what happens. Whew. All right. We hit this one. We go here. Blonk. Oh, okay. I miscalculated. But here is whoa, okay. Well, it snapped back to where it wasn't supposed to be. How about this? It'll land here. Then we 1, 2, 3. Then it goes here. I think that's got to be the way to do it. 1, 2, 3. And it kicks over here. You can kind of see they're shaped in a Y. So we know if this is occupied, then this and this is occupied. Then we make it rotate 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then it lands here and then 1. Yes! One. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it rotates 1, 2, 3, kicks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, kicks, 1. Boom. Yeah. Let's do that. See if that works. I'm going to write it down. 1. My scribble looks like an angry face at this point. We got eyeballs on frowny faces and yeah. Okay. Do it. Do it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1. Oh no! I messed it up. It died. No. I put the plug in wrong, but the combination was correct. So it needs to be this and this. Whoops. This and this. How totally anticlimactic, because I messed it up. Bonk. You can do it. You can do it. Aw, yeah. All right. Number 2. Oh, green. The first one was gold. Now it's green. Once again with the hexagon. And here we have a little cluster up at the top with friends. Okay, so it's got a cluster up at the top and then one in each corner. And then one right at the bottom. Very, very crude drawing, but I think it works. All right, so in each of these puzzles, there have been a chair that lifts up and lets us, like, control the thing. We need to find a similar chair for this over here. I didn't see one. Um... Is that it? There it is. There's the chair. How do we get there? Is there scaffolding in here? There's a ladder. There's a ladder. All right. As we can see here. Oh my gosh. I can click each of these buttons. I can also go down there and turn clocks. Let's just pull this and see what happens. Boop. This is a piece of garbage shape spinning thing. I'm not going to doodle this. I'm going to take a picture of this. Someone is talking to me on Discord. Oh. They're telling me something I already know. Okay, picture. I'm going to take a picture of this mess. So these shapes, I want to go down to one of those. So it does a loopy-loop, right? It comes down here and it goes through the top one. And then it comes through this one. And then it kicks off through this one. All right. It goes clockwise around that timer. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beepity, boop. All right. Comes through here. We got lucky. And this is correct. All right. So it matches the shape. So you look at these shapes here around the edges. That is the shape of the device in its like non-operative state. So this is the default state across the board. I don't think it's going to be that easy. Just to set this to like, this one's 2. Because as the marble goes around the clock, the shapes turn. And maybe it wants the turned shape, if you know what I mean. But we will do this. Wow, 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 wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. If this gets one shot, I don't want to jinx it. It's probably too late. It would be nice if this was one shot, and then I think the age is finished at that point. And it's almost stopping time for little old me. All right. Back up the ladder we go. Nope. Wrong lever. This lever. And away we go. Roll, you alien ball. One shot? One shot? Oh, yeah! All right, so this one is a blue pattern. Oh, great. So we've got one down here at the bottom. It's got a neighbor. And then it's hugging the corner here. Then this one starts at the corner. Has a neighbor. And then another neighbor. And then right across the center. And this is blue. And also number 3. So when the imager pops up, I don't know what the imager stands for yet, but it lifts up those platforms. We did 2 first, and then 1, and then this one was 3, going from left to right. The music has changed. Unless I'm just crazy. Climb this. This is the right way to go. Yes, okay, yes. And there will be a ladder up here. And this is where we'll want to go next. All right, so let's put in this pattern first. This one's the green pattern, which is number 1. Okay. So it doesn't matter what pattern you put into which one, as long as it's, you know what? I'm going to try putting in the same pattern again. Did not work. So let's do the so-called number 2 pattern. Bonk! And then the number 3 pattern. Whoops. Well, alrighty then. Up the ominous chair. beep boop. Oh, look. There's a red, green, blue, and yellow dots up there. Uh-oh.
What's the matter, Atris? Can't remember how things work? Yet you explained this class so well when we first spoke of it in Orion. I want Cirrus and Achenar to learn everything they can, Savidro. First from Amateria, Idana, Voltaic, and finally from Narayan. When my boys come to see your people, I want them to see Narayan's traditions at work so they can see how civilization can balance an age. Do you know what they did when they finally came to us? You never came back. After class was over, you took your boys away and you never came back. Cirrus and Achenar did.
Awkward. By the way, I'm not Atris. Whoa. I'm floating in the alien mothership. Oh dear. Okay, so actually, yeah, missed the whole time. I'm not Catherine. I'm not Atris. Okay, so yeah. All right, so remember those colors. The blue one is number 3. Yes, gold is the first one puzzle that we did. Blue! Go, go, gadget, blue marble! So let's take a step back and consider that this age was supposed to teach something about age building. But all I'm getting out of it is marbles. Okay, so I was assuming that the marble was coming out of this thing, like the shape. It might be coming out of this line here. So if that is the case... Oh. Oh. I think I have to send a marble in one of these and out the other. Is this starting to connect the dots? See what I mean? So you hit the green, it goes through, and then it comes down, and it dies, and then it comes up to the red. Oh, dear. I don't remember. I'm assuming that the circle is the end slot, and when it goes into red, it's going across the path at the end, so nothing comes out of red. So that's what I'm assuming. The spinning cannot, I mean, we can't even, like, choose to come out of red. So I'm assuming this is the end of the line right here. Blip. But the start of the line, according to the code green, I don't even think it matters which one we start with, as long as it goes through them all. But let's assume green is the start. So green pops out, and then it goes into blue first. Oh, green has to go this way. And again, green has to go this way. And again, green has to go this way. Ah. And then green goes into yellow, which is 2. And then what? What is this mess? What is this mess? I think I had it and then I lost it. This is literally the last puzzle. So green comes down here. And the only way that works is this way. So we can send it up here. I'm going to test a theory here. I'm going to pull green. And it should end up right in front of me here with one of the platforms raised. Green. And if it works, then I know I'm on the right track. And if it doesn't, then I got no clue. You can do it. You can do it. You're going to roll inside, use the maze that I calculated, and pop out at red, but immediately die. So I am, in fact, on the right track. Just got to make the ball go through yellow and red. I mean blue. Yellow and blue. Now, to make matters worse, I can hit any color that I want. So it doesn't necessarily have to start with green. So maybe yellow goes to green and then... No. So maybe I start with blue. Blue goes to yellow, goes to green, goes to... Blue goes to yellow, goes to green, goes to red. Is that it? Did I just accidentally the answer right there? You said blue, yellow, green. So let's start with blue. Comes out here, goes to yellow, comes to green, comes around, goes to red. Oh yeah. Yellow. Wait, nope, not yellow. Meant to click blue. Meant to click blue. I told myself blue in the brain, and my hand clicked yellow. So now we get to sit through half of it. Whoop. And it's gonna go and be like, yay! Splash. Whoops. Oops, that's an oops. All right, we need to do blue. Blue. This is not what's supposed to happen. Clicking blue. I am the marble now. It's like, don't worry. You better hope you got the right answer. Or you're about to beat your maker. This is probably the coolest part of the game, though, not gonna lie. Hit the counterweight. Whee! It's like now you get to live your creation. Bonk. Okay, it's just gonna doodle that for me, I guess. I'm gonna write that down my... Oh, never mind. Well, that was quite the ride, literally. Bye-bye, Materia. I'm gonna doodle this real quick. So how did it go? Motion sick. I told you Exile gives me motion sickness. I'm doodling this. Don't mind me. We've got a curly Q here. And then it just kind of ends. But then we've got a little leafy bit here and a little leafy bit there, and then we've got like orange leaf petals. Materia. Our mission is complete. Well, 1/3 of our mission is complete. And we put the paper on the paper reader. Boop. Oh, we have a message.
Not so easy, is it, Atris? Running like a rat through a maze, looking for some sign that'll help you save your world. Is it over here? Is it over there? Is it someplace I can't find? Cirrus and Achenar didn't care about saving Narayan. All that talk about fixing instabilities, rewriting the age so that we would be free to live our lives, that was just talk to hide the truth of why they had come. But we believed their lies, Atris. So we abandoned our traditions, forgetting that those traditions were keeping Narayan alive. And when the lattice trees started to die, I followed them here to tell them what they had done. And they laughed. They said they would never fix Narayan. They said that they had already taken everything it had worth saving. So, my dear old friend, Atris, I brought you to this place where your education begins. Find the remaining 2 symbols, and then come see what your boys did to Narayan.
I'm not Atris. But yeah, Cirrus and Achenar were not good people. Yeah. Anyway, that is one of 3, well, technically 4-ish, but one of 3 ages. That was Amateria. The next one I would like to do is Voltaic, which is another one that I liked. And I'll save the worst for last, even though it's been long enough that it might not be as bad as I remember, which is a tree, the nature one. Yeah. So that's Myst 3. And I hope the stream, like... Oh, I'd better save. Before it does something like it's doing. Oh, right. I'm trying to click on my OBS screen. I need to click over here. Boop. Yes? Nope. Oh, that was a squee noise. Okay, 2. Yes, 1, 2. Okay. All right, and that's it. Actually, I'm not having a terrible time playing this. So maybe I'll play this on Thursday? Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow even. I don't know. It's not bad. The puzzles aren't too bad. In fact, now that it's been like so long since I've played, I've kind of lost all the baggage that came from playing this. Cause first off, it's not by Cyan. So that kind of like put me off right away, like, okay, you have some pretty big shoes to fill. But it's not bad. It's got a story that's easier to follow, for sure. Riven was, like, kind of really hard. And a lot of, like, the story bits were far and few between, even if there even really was a story. I mean, you were there to save Catherine and trap Gin, but you kind of got them in, like, 3 journals scattered throughout the game, and the rest of it was just like, where am I supposed to go? So, Riven was a lot of exploration, which I guess that's technically what Myst was supposed to be, and this is more of like, here's your path. You can go off in any one of these directions, but you're looking for a symbol so you can go to the next stage. So, there's some direction. Wow, with no music, it's really eerie. I'm used to sound in the background. Okay, well, that's it. I like to not go over when I can, so I don't need to. So I'm going to call the stream there. To everybody out there on Twitch watching, thanks for watching. All you lurkers, thanks for watching. I'm a lurker, so I understand just sitting and watching something in the background. And thanks to all the YouTube watchers and the VOD watchers. If let's see. Yeah, if you like a stream, the best thing to do right now is follow on Twitch, because that's like the milestone that they give you achievements for, like, going to the next level on Twitch. So follows is what I need at the moment. Other than that, I will see you guys next time, 6 p.m. Eastern. If work doesn't complicate things. Work has kind of been like, in the last couple days, it's been like super, like, get all this stuff done, and then it's like, okay, now everything's done. Now what? So I think I'm in the, like, now what phase, so they're not gonna, like, pile things on me all of a sudden and I can't stream. So anyway, I digress, and I will leave because there you can go watch somebody else now. Bye. Get out of here. Shoo. Get out.